The handsome guy downstairs opened a dessert shop for me. A new dessert shop has opened in the residential community. As someone with a sweet tooth, I naturally couldn't miss it. Hello, I'd like a snowskin mooncake to go. I shouted to an elderly man dressed as a waiter inside the store. Okay. The old man bent down to help me pack the zumeinaing. His movements were meticulous, exuding elegance and refinement. If it weren't for the waiter's uniform he was wearing, I'd have mistaken him for the butler of some wealthy young master from a TV drama. I instinctively looked in the direction behind the old man. A tall man is standing with his back to me, making desserts in the kitchen. Even just by his back view, you can glimpse a man's handsome charm. H.E.S. the shop owner, isn't he? I heard from people in the neighborhood that the owner of this dessert shop is a handsome guy. Miss, please take your snowskin mooncake. The old man's voice came to my ears, speaking very loudly. Yet the words were clearly addressed to me, yet the old man's gaze was fixed on the handsome shopkeeper behind him, as if H.E.D. deliberately spoken them for the shopkeeper's ears. I was taken aback, then came to my senses. Suddenly, the handsome shopkeeper appeared before me in a flash. Whoosh, without me noticing when exactly H.E.D. arrived. Smiling, he said to me, Miss Kiao Lin, it's nice to see you again. It was only then that I got a clear look at the handsome shopkeeper's appearance. H.E.S. Lu Kai, the handsome guy who lives downstairs from me. The handsome guy downstairs moved in 3 months ago. The person is gentle, polite, and very kind. Whenever there's something delicious, he'll share it with me. I can't finish all of this, so he'll share it with Miss Lin. It's also a great way to strengthen neighborhood bonds. I can't pick up the package myself, so HES helping me out. Since we're neighbors living upstairs and downstairs, it's only natural for us to help each other. Also, when the plumbing at home broke down and I couldn't find anyone to fix it, it was he who helped me locate a plumber. I've got the phone number of a plumber from our community, and I've already connected Ms. Lin with him, don't worry. Moreover, after learning that I love desserts, Luca even said HED like to open a dessert shop. I thought he was just joking, but I didn't expect him to actually open a dessert shop. And it's right downstairs in my residential complex. Miss Lin, please take your snow minus May minus Nyan. Lucy, his voice came to my ears. I came to my senses and saw Luca handing me the package snow minus May minus Nyan. Oh, okay. I took it and said to him half minus jokingly, did you open the shop because you listened to me? Lucy, his face was slightly flushed. It's really because of just one word of mine that I opened a dessert shop. Opening a store requires a lot of investment. For someone like me, who has just started working not long ago, this is simply unimaginable. But really, I was just speaking casually, I said. You don't need to take it to heart. Luke, I smiled and said, Miss Lin, you don't need to feel guilty actually. I've been thinking about opening a dessert shop all along. So that's how it is. After that, I went to Lucy his shop every day to buy desserts. The reason is that the snow Mongolian dumplings I bought that day were incredibly delicious. It's even tastier than the other dessert shops I've tried before. It has a soft texture and just the right amount of sweetness. It's exactly what I've been longing for. That day, I went to Lucy his shop to buy desserts. And they'll take this one too. Okay, Miss Lin. Luke, I responded in harmony and helped me get the packaging. After paying, I turned around with the dessert and was about to leave. But, Luke, I called out to me, Miss Lin, what dessert would you like tomorrow? I'll make it for you. My foot instantly came to a halt. You can specify the dessert you'd like to eat. How could there be anything better than that? But I didn't agree outright. Instead, I turned around and asked Luke, would this interfere with your time for making other desserts? After all, fair running a business can't let my personal needs disrupt their entire schedule. Yugai lowered his head and smiled. Don't worry, Miss Lin. Just making a few desserts won't take much time. Besides, as a regular customer at my shop, you do have certain privileges. Hearing Luke say that, it'll just be blunt. For the next few days, all the desserts at Lucy his shop were my favorite treats. What maki, snowskin mooncakes, couche pastries. I can't even choose plus. Luke, I gave me a special discount price. I feel like I simply can't live without this dessert shop anymore. Once again, I went to Lucia's shop to buy dessert. I heard the old man talking to Lukai in the kitchen. The two of them had their backs to me and didn't notice that I had entered the store. The old man said, "This can't go on like this. Business is terrible, and I don't know how much longer the shop can hold out." Lukai said calmly, "It's okay. I was planning on making any money anyway." The old man said again, "That LL go out of business soon, won't it?" At that moment, I was struck like a bolt from the blue. It can't go bankrupt. I finally managed to find a dessert shop that's exactly to my liking. I still wanted to keep listening to their conversation, but Lukai spotted me. He came out from the back kitchen and greeted me with a smile. "Miss Lin is here. What dessert would you like today?" I gripped the hem of my clothes and, stealing myself, walked into the kitchen. Looking at Lucia's smiling face, I simply couldn't bring myself to say, "I don't want anything at all. I'm Lukai. I just overheard your conversation." I stammered. "Does this store have no intention of making a profit at all?" Lucy, his smile on his face faded slightly, and he reached out to gently ruffle my hair, a gesture that was both natural and tender. "You heard that," he said. "At first I really didn't plan on making any money." He lowered his gaze and softened his voice. "I just wanted to open a shop for you so you'd always be able to enjoy the desserts you crave." I froze instantly, and the snow -May-9 in my hand almost fell to the ground. "No, you really opened a shop just because of something I said? Otherwise what?" Luke, I raised an eyebrow. "Are you saying it actually lied to you?" "But you don't have to keep losing money," I said, getting anxious. "You've invested so much money into opening the shop, surely you can't keep operating at a loss forever, can you?" "I have money, Luke," I said casually. "I opened this shop not to make a profit, but for you." His gaze was unnaturally serious, staring straight at me and making my heart skip a beat. I remembered what my best friend said. That Luke, I opened the shop just for me and only ever worked for me. At the time, I didn't believe it. Now it seems that my best friend was telling the truth. "What are you doing it like this?" "Miss Lin." Luke, I interrupted me, reaching out to take my hand. His palms warm. "I like you ever since the day you moved into the apartment downstairs. The snacks I'm sharing with you aren't just a simple act of neighborly kindness, they're my way of getting closer to you. In fixing your pipe and picking up your package also. I just want to spend a little more time talking with you." I said I wanted to open a dessert shop because you told me you love desserts, and I wanted to give you a special surprise just for you. I was completely stunned and stood rooted to the spot. Motionless. I never would have imagined that Lucia's kindness toward me was all because he liked me. I'd always thought it was just mutual help among neighbors. "I know you might feel this is sudden." Luke, I noticed I wasn't saying anything and saw a flicker of unease in his eyes. "You don't have to answer me right now, I can wait. Let me know the answer when you've thought it over clearly." I bit my lip, my heart filled with a mix of emotions. Luke is truly kind to me, so kind that I can't bring myself to say no. But I've never once thought about dating. "I need time," I said softly. "All right, I'll wait." Luke, I immediately smiled, releasing my hand. "No matter how long it takes, I'll wait." From that day on, I started visiting Luke at dessert shop more frequently. Not for the dessert, just to see him. Every time I go, Luke makes me lots of new Mina-style desserts and even sits beside me to chat. Tell me about his funny stories, ask me about my work, and listen carefully when I vent about my frustrations. I found that Luke isn't just good minus looking. He is also incredibly thoughtful and attentive. I casually mentioned that I liked mango minus flavored desserts, and almost all the new desserts HES made since then have been mango minus flavored. During my period, I get stomach pain, and he always prepares warming pads and ginger tea with brown sugar for me in advance. The residents in the community have also noticed something's off between us and often tease us about it. Xiao Lu. When are you going to bring Miss Lin home as your wife? Luke, you better hurry up, don't let such a great girl slip through your fingers. Every time I hear these words I blush, But Luke just smiles and says it's almost there. I know what he meant by saying it was fast. That was the day I promised him. But I still don't have the courage to say yes. I always feel like something is missing between us. Until one day, I didn't get home until late at night after working overtime. It's raining heavily outside, and I didn't bring an umbrella. Standing at the bus stop downstairs from the company building, I'm anxiously pacing back and forth. Just as I was about to run home in the rain, an umbrella was held over my head. Why didn't you wait for me to pick you up? A familiar voice came from behind, and when I turned around, it was Luke. He was wearing a black trench coat, his hair slightly dampened by the rain. Yet he still looked incredibly handsome. How did you come here? I asked in surprise. Worried about you. Luke tilted the umbrella toward me, leaving half of his body exposed to the rain. I saw you didn't bring an umbrella, so I hurried over right away. All along the way, Luke carefully protected me, afraid that it'd get wet from the rain. When he got home, he saw that I was shivering from the cold. He quickly found me some dry clothes and then went to the kitchen to make me ginger tea. Looking at his busy back, my heart suddenly felt warm. I walked behind him and gently wrapped my arms around his waist. His body stiffened for a moment. Then he turned around and looked down at me. Luke, I looked up at him and said, I promise you. His eyes lit up in an instant, as if stars were twinkling inside them. Really? I nodded. I like you. Luke scooped me up in his arms and spun me around once, and our laughter echoed through the living room. Great, Limon, that's great. He placed me on the sofa and leaned down to kiss me. This kiss was gentle and lingering, carrying the freshness of rain and the scent of him. I closed my eyes and felt this long minus overdue happiness. After confirming the relationship, Luke turned the dessert shop into our secret base. Every day after work, HED picked me up on time and then went ahead to the dessert shop together. He'll make me all sorts of delicious desserts, and we'll watch movies and chat together in the shop. Business at the store is gradually picking up. It's no longer as quiet as it used to be. The old man would always smile warmly when he looked at us. So, Lou, your shop has finally made it, Luke said with a smile. It's all thanks to my wife. I blushed and pinched his arm, but he laughed even more happily. Once, I told Luke that I wanted to turn the dessert shop into my own brand. Luke immediately expressed his support. Great, he'll help you. He helped me register the brand, design the logo, and find a partner factory. Busy from morning till night, yet not the slightest bit tired. With his help, my dessert brand was quickly launched online. Because of its delicious taste and affordable price, it quickly won everyone's affection. I've also transformed from an ordinary office worker into a moderately well-known pastry chef. My best friend, watching my transformation, said with envy, You're so lucky to have met such a wonderful man like Luke. I laughed and replied, yeah, I'm really lucky. Yeah, I'm really lucky to have met Luke and to be loved by him like this. Our wedding was simple yet very warm and cozy. Only family and best friends are invited. At the wedding, Luke made a promise to me. Linwon, I'll treat you well for the rest of my life and spoil you until you're the happiest woman in the world. I looked at him, and tears welled up in my eyes. So am I. Life after marriage is sweet yet uneventful. Luke is still that gentle and caring husband. Every morning, he gets up early to make breakfast for me. In the evening, he'll watch TV shows and take walks with me. He'll also share the desserts I make with his friends, proudly saying my wife made these. Once I asked him, why were you so determined to open a dessert shop for me back then? Luke held me in his arms, resting his chin on the top of my head, and said softly, I feel so sorry for you because I saw you running all over half the city just to buy a delicious dessert. I want you to be able to enjoy desserts anytime you feel like it. No more having to go through all that trouble. I leaned against his chest, listening to his heartbeat. My heart filled with happiness. It turns out that true love means holding each little wish of the other person close to your heart and then making every effort to make it come true. Luca has shown me the warmest love through his actions, and I too warmed his life with my love. Our dessert shop has also become the most popular spot in the residential community. Every day many people come to buy desserts, and everyone says that the desserts from this shop have the taste of happiness. I know that the taste of happiness is something Luca gave me. It's also the taste of our love. From now on, we'll keep going just like this, running our dessert shop together. And our love will be as sweet as dessert every single day.